Falcon fans, and of course, good old Atlanta Falcon fans. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan, man. We back talking Falcons football in the Falcons way with all you diehard Atlanta Falcon fans. One time for the fan, man. Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, man. We are everywhere. Glad that you all are tuning in. Glad that you all are being a part of this show tonight because it's going down in a major way. Hey, y'all comment down. T. Will from ATO Sports, one time for the fan in the building. Falcon fans, chat is already live. Chat is already lit. Look, this is what we want to do before we get started here, right? You hit the like button, right? Let's start things off on a good foot. Hit the like button, right? Tag your Falcons friends. Tell your Falcons family. One time for the fan is live. And if you want to chat with Falcon podcasters, Falcon content creators like myself and T. Will, then go ahead and get your Falcons family in here because you know we talk Falcons football in a Falcons way.
Man, am I not a Falcons podcaster, Jack?
Yeah, I put your name in. I said
I'm just messing with you. You said Falcons podcasters and T. Will.
No.
I'm messing with you.
T. Will, you're a little bit of everything. You talking hockey, you're talking badminton, you're talking pickleball. You got pickleball.
Badminton. He said badminton. You're talking Uno. You're talking peanut.
Talking a little solitaire. T. Will does damn near everything right now.
Bid whist.
Hey, man, I know one thing, though. As you can see on the screen, Falcon fans, we are talking Atlanta Falcons football. Glad that you all are here tonight on this beautiful Wednesday. For those that's living in Atlanta, T-Will, beautiful weather out here in the city, man. I'm sure some people's outside touching grass. So that's good that you all got a chance to step outside today, whether you was at work, whether you was, probably running some errands or hanging with your friends and family. You touch your grass. You did something good today, ladies and gentlemen. I, myself, Jack Spade, and T. Will is here for the next hour to talk some Falcons football with you all. I know you all are excited about what? Falcons offseason. I know you guys are excited about what? Being how many days away from the draft, T. Will? What are we? 8 days away from the draft?
We're 8 days away.
Oh my gosh, Falcon fans. Chat is live. Chat is lit.
Yeah, it's next Thursday. We're 8 days
away.
That's right. 8 days and 3.5 hours.
Now, we'll talk a little bit about what's going to happen here at one time for the fan on draft night because the Falcons do not have a first-round draft pick. You guys have been so great in the past couple of previous drafts for the Atlanta Falcons that we was able to go live for 4 or 5 hours. I'll say that again, 4 or 5 hours of talking Falcons football. Had a lot of special guests join us too as well. But next week, the Falcons do not have a first-round pick unless Ian Cunningham decides to get a little Ian Cunningham-ish and trades up into the first round, which I don't think that's possibly going to happen. I think we're going to talk about some scenarios of what could happen next week at the NFL draft tonight. But before we do that, before we get to the fans in the stands, before we get to you diehard Atlanta Falcon fans, let's find out how T. Will's doing. Former ATL Sports one time for the fan. Big shout out to Miss Carrie, baby. And big shout out to Bodie.
Carrie, baby. What's going on?
Proof. T. Will, how's everything going in T. Will's world?
Hey, man. All's well. I got no complaints. I'm just glad to be here, man. Thank God I woke up this morning and all is well. And man, super excited. Let's talk about this draft, man. Let's talk about this potential first round trade that could take place. That could, it could give the Falcons a first round pick. I mean, we never know. I mean, I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to do a show that night, Jack, because I know that we don't have a first round pick. But what happens if at pick 15 the Falcons trade?
Well, I'll tell you this right now.
What happens then, Jack?
I'll tell you this right now. This is the first scenario for next week. And we'll get to the fans in the stands in a minute. Drop your comments. We're talking NFL draft. We're talking Falcons draft. We're talking Falcons offseason. Get your comments ready. Get your questions ready. I want the chat loaded up tonight, right? You know, there's been a lot going on with one time for the fan with the scheduling of the shows and everything. You know, we're Sunday nights at 8, Wednesday nights at 8. Friday mornings breakfast with One Time for the Fan. I know you guys haven't saw the breakfast show in the past couple of weeks, but we have a lot going on here at One Time for the Fan, and I can't wait to tell you all what's going to happen. But we got some new scheduled time slots for you all because you guys are so great when it comes to talking Falcons football with myself, T. Will, Carey, and the gang. But here, let's go to next week before we get to the fans in the stands. T. Will, you talked about a possible situation where the Falcons could trade into the first round, and you're debating whether you want to go live at that time. I myself, next week, Thursday, for One Time for the Fans point of view, probably wouldn't be going live from 8 o'clock all the way up until midnight or 1 a.m. to whenever the Falcons decide to make a move. But I will say this, T. Will. If the Falcons decide that, hey, we are going to trade up, we are going to send a player over to another team to get back into the first round because we don't have a first-round pick, that's when you all see the notification that One Time for the Fan is live for that time being. But until then, day 2, we will be live for day 2 talking Falcons football because it's crucial in the second round, third round, and so on with the Falcons because it's possible that they could be making some other moves in those later rounds. Now, you talked about this possible trade. The rumor that it could be somebody like Kyle Pitts or somebody like Jesse Bates that fans keep talking about. No major media outlet or sources have actually put out there that, hey, this is going to happen. But there are Falcon fans, there are people who possibly believe that the only 2 trade targets the Falcons have, because you're not trading Chris Lindstrom, right? You're not trading Jake Matthews. You're damn well not trading Bijan Robinson and Drake London. You know that's not going to happen. You're not trading. It's not Xavier Watts. It's not Jalen Walker. And I will say this, even for the JP Jr. situation, it's not James Pierce Jr. The only 2 people that Falcons fans have named, T. Will, in a possible trade scenario could be Jesse Bates, who's on the last year of his contract here with the Falcons, who recently stated he wanted to retire a Falcon, and Kyle Pitts, who just signed the exclusive franchise tag, making him the highest paid franchise tag tight end for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, if it is Kyle Pitts, I will say this. Why? Falcon fans in the chat, why would you trade Kyle Pitts to move into the first round in a draft that's not star status draft ready when it comes to some of these names that we keep hearing about in the first round? I don't have a person in mind that the Falcons would want to trade Kyle Pitts, a weapon, the unicorn. Don't forget, Falcon fans, y'all called him the unicorn. Y'all trading the unicorn to get into the first round, T. Will, for what? A defensive tackle that you can get in the second round, that you can get in the third round, for an offensive tackle that you can get in the second or third round? Is that what we're looking at right now? You're trading a weapon for a guy that we just don't know about, who's a rookie. You need weapons on this offense. We are in a quarterback dilemma. We are in a situation where we don't know who the quarterback's going to be. People are saying Tua. People are saying Michael Penix. Some people are even saying Jack Spade. If you want to throw me out there, I got this play. It's the 80 on the run. It's designed to get the ball down the field. But hey.
Wow.
T. Will, Kyle Pitts trade scenario, Jesse Bates trade scenario. That is probably what we're looking at next week if it does. Don't forget, I'm going to put emphasis on if it does happen. If T. Will,
I'll be drunk, Jack.
We'd all be drunk, and I'm not sipping tonight. This is just ginger ale. I'm not sipping tonight. But if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Chat, I need to know.
No Tito's.
No Tito's
tonight.
No Tito's tonight. Gotta work in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Falcon fans, I need to know, why would you trade Kyle Pitts? T. Will, why would you trade Kyle Pitts? Why would you trade Jesse Bates? Who in the first round is credible enough to say we need to trade two or one of our superstars that we have on the team to go up and get a guy that we do not know, that we are unsure of? And you know you can get these positions in the second round. Now, I will say a couple years ago, the draft was super heavy with some of these players coming out, and these names were moving up the boards left and right. And we know some of these star status players that they have now become to this day. But T. at this point in time, with a new head coach, a quarterback situation, the only two weapons on offense outside of Kyle Pitts is Drake London and Bijan Robinson. Yes, we got Olamide Zaccheaus back. Yes, we got Dotson. The wide receiver room is slim. Why are we trading Kyle Pitts? T. please answer before we get to the chat.
Well, I guess the same reason you trade Jesse Bates if you know there's no way you're going to sign him, right? So I get that. Look, Kyle can be a weapon, and Kyle can be a unicorn, and Kyle definitely at times in his career has been unstoppable. But the other side of it is he's also been inconsistent. And at the end of the day, if the Falcons know, right, we are not giving, because if you sign Kyle, I think you're giving him in excess of 20 million. I think the last tight end contract, 18 or 19, so you're giving him in excess of 20 million. You know you're going to re-sign Bijan long term. You know you're going to sign Drake long term. So if you're looking at it like, okay, we can't do that for everybody, right? Then I would see why you would trade Kyle. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just giving you the logic behind it. The other thing is, Jesse Bates is a little long in the tooth. Hey, that's not the way I feel. I'm just saying he may be on the wrong side of 30. And if you know you're not going to re-sign him, then why let him walk now and not get anything for him?
This isn't the wrong side of 30. I don't want to cut you off. This isn't the wrong side of 30 like a crew member at Walmart here, right? We're not talking about somebody who, is forgetting to put the sugar over there in the aisle where the sugar belongs. Or we're talking about somebody who put the cereal over there in the damn soda aisle. Jesse Bates, even on the other side of 30, is still top 5 in the league. And honestly, even with Kyle Pitts, he is still at least, if not top 5, top 10 tight end in the league.
He is, but what you got to
players
look
on
at,
your team with a new offense. Go ahead.
What you got to look at, Jack, is he is still good. He is still tops, but how is that going to age? So he's going to want a 3 or 4 year career. What's he going to be like in year 4 of that career? What's he going to be like in year 3 of that career? Father Time is undefeated, and what if he starts to decline? And I'm throwing it out there. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm giving you the logic for why you would, right? You got Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman. Billy Bowman's played safety.
T-Will, you got to sell water to a well on this one, T-Will. I got to hear this one.
I'm saying Billy Bowman is a safety. He's played safety before, okay? He did play in the slot last year. Both he and Xavier Watts are turnover machines. You could get younger, and some would argue you could get at least 70% of the production. What if you could for much cheaper? You trade Jesse Bates, you get a first-round pick, or you trade Kyle and Jesse. Maybe you get a 3 or 4 picks, or maybe you get a couple of picks and personnel back. You don't know. I'm not saying they're going to do it. I'm not saying that I would do it, Jack.
Are you for the trade? Are you for the trade? If you look up next week and Kyle Pitts is one of the trade targets and he's off of the team next week and we move up into the first round, is that something that T was going to say, I'm on the Falcons side of this one, or is it more so, why would they make this move when we need chain movers? We need people to help this offense. And Kyle, even though he had the quarterback dilemma over the past 4 or 5 years, has helped the best he could move this offense.
It would depend on what we got back, Jack. Okay. So if we got a first-round pick and a second-round pick and a first round next year, I mean, you start the draft with 5. Now you got 7. You got a first-round pick, that 2 more picks that you can make. I don't have an issue for it. If we get just a 3rd-round pick, I probably wouldn't be for it. But again, I'm not Ian, right? And I don't know Ian's scouting staff and what they have planned. I mean, a lot of this is going to be wait and see. But I'm just giving you the reasons why they would do it. I'm not saying whether I'm for or against. Look, I love Kyle. I love me some Jesse. If you're going to trade them, we need to get not only picks back, but let's see if we can get some personnel back too.
Okay.
That's my thoughts.
Okay. Falcons fans, hit that like
about it. How do you feel about it, Jack?
I feel as though you can still get value at a position that you need by trading back in the second or third round without letting go of a weapon like Kyle Pitts.
Okay.
And I keep saying a weapon like Kyle Pitts because Kyle was a couple yards shy of gracing 1,000 yards last year. Yes, I understand that fans say he slipped off a few years. He doesn't like running certain routes, or his blocking is not the greatest. Kyle is still 25 years of age.
Yeah.
But when Kyle has been on the field and Kyle gets the ball, when you get him between the numbers, when you get him in a position that he can move the chains, Kyle has done that, has he not?
That he has, sir.
Kyle is a smooth criminal, and he's not coming over here breaking the bank when it comes to what tight ends are going to demand, because look at the tight end market right now in the league. Who are the top 3 tight ends right now, or top 4 or 5 tight ends outside of Kyle? Kittle isn't on his best season like he had in the past. Kelsey's getting ready to retire. The Cowboys tight end, is that the biggest tight end they have right now in the league? Is Ferguson the best one?
That's all the more reason why Kyle would be in line to get at least $20 million. Look, I think the last.
I'm sorry that we drafted a good player in the top 10 a couple years ago.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, look at it through this lens. You know you're going to pay Bijan.
Right.
You know you're going to pay Drake. Drake's going to get at least $33 million.
If you're north of $80 million cap next year, T-Will, can Kyle still be in the factor of paying him? You're sitting on 100 and something million probably next year.
Yeah, but do you really want your tight end, your receiver, and your running back to be 70% of your salary?
Do we need a big 3 on offense next year, T-Will? Who's the big 3?
You could argue that if we get the quarterback position where it needs to be, you got your big 3 there.
You can also argue if the quarterback position is not where it needs to be, you're drafting one next year.
You could. But you could.
Onto a new quarterback.
You could do that. I'm not saying that. I'm giving you the reasons why they would do it. I'm not saying I want them to do it.
No, the T-Will's for my ATL Sports One Time for the Fan. We got to pick your brain here, T-Will. It's been a minute since we chatted and talked Falcons football.
I know, man. But one thing about these Falcons, they don't necessarily do what we want them to do. They're going to do what they think is right for the franchise. You know what I mean? So, look, if they don't do it, I'm fine. If they don't trade Jesse or Kyle, great, awesome. Now, let me ask you this. If we don't trade them and they both walk away for nothing, then what we get for that? Right? And again, I'm asking you to put your GM hat on, right? Because it's not just about 2026. It's 2026, 2027, 2028. And beyond, right?
Oh, don't give me that Buzz Lightyear stuff in here, T-Will. Don't Buzz Lightyear. Don't bring for my ATL movies in here.
Oh, you're funny. Buzz Lightyear.
2026 and beyond, ladies and gentlemen.
Beyond, to infinity and beyond. No, but in all seriousness, if we're looking, if we have our long-term hat on and we let these guys go for nothing,
okay.
You know what I mean? And look at, even if you don't trade them now, contingent upon how things go in the season. Let's say we come out and we're not great and we're 2-6 at the trade deadline. You can trade them anyway. You know what I mean? And look, yep. I'm not being the ops, okay, guys. No, you guys are like,
chat don't want to hear no op talk tonight.
What the hell is T-Will talking about, man? He's the ops. I'm not saying that. I'm giving you reasons as to why they would.
Tiana.
I'm giving you reasons. Look, I don't want him to trade either one. Okay, I think Jesse is a leader on defense, and I think Jesse is still playing elite defense. But if you're not going to sign him next year, you know.
Okay.
And let's say you do sign Kyle, right? Let's say you do sign Kyle. So that's Kyle for 20. That's Drake for 33. That's Bijan in a couple years for 25. Are you going to have the money to sign Jesse?
I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this. Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. Let's find out what the chat wants. Let's find out what the chat is talking about. The fans in the stands is lit tonight. Big shout out to everybody that's here. C, the electrician, starts off with the first comment. Big shout out to C, the electrician. He said, what's good, chat?
What's going on?
Not only myself, but we got T Will, former ATL Sports One Time for the Fan in the building. Big shout to C the Electrician. Smooth C's in the chat with the one time for the
What
one
up,
time.
Smooth C?
Big shout to Smooth C.
Smooth C, what's up?
He says,
What's going
let's
on?
go. Big shout to Smooth C.
Let's go.
Dance Machine. Big shout to DJ Dan in the building. He said,
What
let
up,
the games
Dan?
begin. This
What's going
offseason
on,
is
Dan?
going by so fast. Draft next week. Let's talk Falcons football one time.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk Falcons football, Dan.
Let's do it.
DSGB Hall and Carolyn's here. I'm guessing they're sharing a phone tonight. He has the one time for the fan emoji with the black and
What
red
up,
emoji.
Ernest? What's going on? Jack, can you do the robot? She said, dance, 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 dance. Can you do the robot, Jack? Are you?
I can, but I don't want nobody to clip it and then send it over and be like, look at that.
Do it. What the hell is he doing?
Goddamn robot tonight.
You take yourself too seriously, buddy. Nobody.
Falcons draft a Georgia player next week. T-Well, I'll do the damn robot. You best. I do the robot, do the worm, do the Dougie. Hey, I'm telling you right now. D Sloan's in the chat. What up, fellas? Big shout out to D Sloan 96 in the chat. Shout out to D Sloan. James Overton's in the chat. What up, people from Maryland? Big shout out to
James
Overton in the chat. Eric Z's in the chat too as well with the what's good. Big shout out to
Eric Z. What's going on?
In the chat. Tony Hall says 7 more nights. 8 nights before the second round of the draft.
Not a word from you.
Who is that, T-Bo? Who is that?
That's Tony Braxton, sir.
Tony Braxton? Okay. Once we start singing, Bigelow Country somehow appears. It's like that vampire at night.
What up, Low? What's going on, Big Low? Where you at, baby?
Big shout to Smooth C. Smooth C says, sorry, Jack's late with starting the show. He was busy spraying off the lawn furniture in the backyard.
Oh, wow.
That's how you going to do it, Smooth
C? Get him.
Is that how you going to do it? So Craig, Carrie, Smooth C, Big Low, Eric Parker, you guys in the group chat.
I'm not against you, but we want to encourage chat participation. Do we not? Do we not want to encourage it?
I love it.
These can be true. I can be with you, Jack.
I love it.
I'm just encouraging participation. That's all.
I love it. I love it to a point when we're at the Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, when we're at a Falcon game and Smooth C said, hey, Jack, how you and T will get down there? Let me get down there with you. Nah, bro. Remember what you said, bro? Matter of fact, security. Up there wearing the 32. See, the electrician said, do you feel we would actually sign Cheetah? Nah.
I don't know, man. So Eric and I were talking about that last night.
I'm sure the conversation was quick because there shouldn't be much conversation to this. We're not signing no Cheetah.
Being a hater, man. Have you not seen those commercials with the cheetah? I'm just saying. Mr. Cheetah with the chips, with the Fritos or what? No, I'm kidding. But
I seen the lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper. No, but so his knee was blown up, right? So we don't even know if he's going to come back and be the same. Now, if he does, right? If Cheetah is Cheetah.
Tiana, you have to calm it down. Go ahead, Cheetah.
It's Cheetah, and you can get him for cheap. I don't have an issue with it. Like if you can sign him for $3-4 million, you're probably not going to be able to. But let's say if you could, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. If you could sign him, let's say you could sign him for $5 million, and his speed is still there. Jack, that's a field stretcher. Why wouldn't you do that?
I'm not doing it due to the fact of he's at a point in his career where the Falcons do need wide receiver help, not necessarily Tyreek Hill wide receiver help. If we was in a position where we had a team built already and things were going good offensively, I think with not having a Drake London, then yes, go and get a Tyreek Hill for the point in his career. But right now, I am not in favor of getting Tyreek Hill. I would be shocked if the Atlanta Falcons. I'm talking about shocked. I'm like I won the lotto shocked. Like my prize picks is hitting right now.
Great.
Shocked.
He'd be shocked.
This is like, man, this is something where it's like the Falcons have signed Tyreek Hill. Would I be happy about it? Yes, he can be explosive to our offense. But price tag wise, of course, his injury previously, is he still the Tyreek Hill from the Kansas City Chiefs days? Is it the Miami Dolphins Tyreek Hill? Then again, not the off the field issues because he hasn't had too many of those.
Are you worried about Tyreek in the locker room?
With Tua, because he already had recent good positive energy with Tua. I mean, I've heard the comments of what he said with Tua, but he's not an Antonio Brown. He's not somebody to watch for. And if you're winning games, everybody's happy. I know the Tyreek Hill from Kansas City was getting the job done. The Tyreek Hill in Miami, he had, of course, the injury issues, of course, the OC issues, the general manager issues, head coaching issues. That team was already in disarray. But coming to Atlanta with a guy like Kevin Stefanski and an offense that needs chain movers, you can probably see a better version of Tyreek Hill. He automatically becomes the number 2 wide receiver, I think, in that point of his career.
No doubt.
But
no doubt. If he's Tyreek, yeah, no doubt about it.
We're going to get to more of this draft talk, and the Falcons are doing research on everything else outside of Tyreek Hill. So I don't see Tyreek Hill happening right now.
Which is why tomorrow Falcons sign Tyreek Hill.
The next 20 minutes, they're still at the office right now. Tyreek Hill is doing a visit with the Falcons. Now we want to put that out there.
Jack, let me ask you a question. If the Falcons sign Tyreek Hill in the next 10 days, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go hit all my friends up from the New Orleans Saints and say, you guys are definitely not winning the division. Buccaneers, Panther fans, we're going to call Buck Skull Gang back into the chat. We're going to call all the Panther fans that's been on the show back into the chat. And we're going to let them know it's going down in a major way.
It's going down in a major way. Chat is live, chat is lit. And you guys ain't.
Respectfully, though, T-Will. Signing Cheetah. Right.
I'm saying to the NFC South, not us. Not our
Signing Cheetah does probably put your team from an NFL media perspective and, of course, how they evaluate teams, does probably put your team already at the Falcons will win the division.
I mean, especially if you keep Kyle. Can you imagine that?
Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Tyreek Hill.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Now I ain't gonna lie. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm just saying, do I think he said, do you feel we would actually sign Cheetah?
Yeah. I don't think with the cap space and the way that Ian Cunningham's cutting these deals and he's cooking in the kitchen right now, he doesn't have an ingredient that says Cheetah on it right now. I'm just looking at what the war room is going on right now. So, Falcon fans, the question, what's up to you? Hey, let's make this deal. If we sign Cheetah, we're going to have a new chant, right? You ready for the chant?
What do you got, T-Will? Did you make a song to this, or you got the chant already?
No, it's just a chant. It's for our NFC South brethren. Our non-Falcons. So for the Panthers, the Saints, and the Bucks, if we sign Cheetah, every day going forward, we're going to say, chat is live, chat is lit. Our team is winning and y'all ain't shit. That's going to be our new chat, okay?
Oh, wow.
Be our new
T-Will.
A new chat. That's right. Panthers, Bucks, and Saints, get ready. Now, if we don't sign them, then it's whatever. It's just chat is live, chat is lit. But,
Well, T-Will's already saying the S word tonight on One Time for the Fans.
It was one time, Jack.
I think T-Will might be in favor of us signing Cheetah real soon.
I'm just saying. I mean, it'd be exciting. It would be exciting.
It would be. You're going to take the tops off of defenses. They have to scout properly now with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson.
You couldn't sit 9 in the box. You couldn't sit 8 in the box.
You definitely have to worry about playing man-to-man, too, as well. Right. You have to construct some type of zone to deal with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, and Tyreek Hill. But remember the question, do we feel that we would actually sign Cheetah? My answer right now is no. Looking at this team, looking at the cap space, looking at Ian Cunningham's recent moves, because I tell you what, right now, you didn't have to go get Olamide and Dotson. You could have went and got Cheetah easily and made it happen, Captain. But Ian Cunningham's cooking.
You still can, especially with how much do we have in the cap now?
I think it's like between 14 and 18 million, I believe.
Yeah, you could sign Tua for $5 million.
Not Tua, Cheetah.
I mean Cheetah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I meant, Jack.
We'll see.
You can sign Cheetah. It was a senior moment.
No, let's go. Not a senior moment. Not a senior coffee with 2 creams. Can I get a senior coffee with 2 creams over here, please?
Moment. I'm old enough to get AARP now. I'm 55. So
Gosh.
The senior moment. Okay. It was a senior moment.
Had to throw that one in there, Falcon fans.
Oh, good, bro. Yay! Did you see that interview where Kevin Hart and Donnie Cheadle, and Kevin asked Donnie how old he was, and Donnie's like, "I'm 50," and Kevin goes, "Damn,
yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
yeah, that was funny.
You know, it's funny too, Will, because you go to the store these days, right, and we grew up in Atlanta and so on. So, we know how the Atlanta ATL's lingo changes from time to time. But T-Will, the other day I went to the store. Buddy ran up on me. He was like, "What's up, Unc? Let me get $1." Oh!
Did it hurt your pride?
Do I look like Uncle Steve, boy? Do I look like Uncle Steve? Do I look like country to you, boy?
Did it hurt your pride? Did it hurt your pride, Jack?
Hurt my pride. I had to go back in the mirror and check where the gray hair at. He called me Unc. What's going on? I was fresh, clean cut. He said, Unc, let me get $1, Unc. I had $1 for you. I had $1 for you.
But not anymore. Hey, Jack, let me tell you something. So about 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I was about to play pickup basketball. I think I took my son to the gym and he was working out. And I just ventured onto the court, right? And, they're picking for a basketball squad or whatever. And they were like, I'll take this guy, that guy, I'll take this guy. And then finally I was the last one and dude was like, yeah, and I'll take old school. And I was like, who's old school, right?
I got Johnny Unitas over there. Hey, Johnny Unitas, come on over here.
I got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm like, who's old school, right?
Will, come on over here, Will.
Oh, my God.
Man, called you by your government. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Lisa Shepherd checking in. Winston Thornton is checking in. What's going on, fellas in chat? Chat, smash that like button. Winston Thornton is here, Falcon fans. Make sure you head over to Winston Thornton's channel and hit that like, share, and subscribe button too as well.
Winston?
You'll definitely love talking.
What is his channel? What is his channel?
The eye test.
Okay. I'm gonna subscribe to that.
Yeah, head on over there. T-Will, use one of your many pages and make sure you subscribe over there to Winston Thornton's channel.
Why we gotta do that? Why?
You got former ATL Sports. You got one time. Of course, you're on here too as well.
Movies. I only have
former ATL movies. Does Eric, Carrie, and Terry have a show? Have a channel together too as well? That might be something to think about.
For my ATL Sports.
No, you guys might want to think about that. You might want to cut Carrie into the piece of the cake there. You know what I'm saying? You might want to.
Hey. I don't
Big
know.
Shout, big shout to Miss Carrie too as well.
What's going on, Auntie Pam? Speaking of shows, myself, Auntie Pam, Lindsay, and Maggie T will be doing a show tomorrow, Georgia Sports Nation, and it's Braves, Falcons, Hawks, Dream, all ATL Sports. So come check us out, man. Check us out.
It's going down. Falcon fan, make sure y'all head over there too as well. Braves fan, Hawks fan, make sure y'all head over there.
Look at Ladarius. Ladarius says T-Will is out here being Steve Harvey with all these channels.
Do you have enough suits to back up all these channels there, T-Will? You got enough suits? Well, I saw Steve Harvey in a bright orange, a burnt orange. Like Monte Carlo. Remember that burnt orange Monte Carlo that Charlotte Lowe was talking about? He was in a burnt orange suit the other day on Family Feud. I was like, God damn, I had to change the contrast on the damn TV. I'm like, Steve Harvey, where the hell you get these damn suits from, man?
Yeah, man.
There ain't no K&G. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Pamela Johnson's from Lady Birds is in the chat. AFN Karina's in the chat too as well. Talking Falcons football. See the electrician said I just ordered that Jalen Walker sewn red jersey. Oh man, Falcon fans are buying up the jerseys. The new Falcon jerseys are out.
Hey, Auntie Pam says don't forget Karina. That's right. So I guess Karina's joining us tomorrow too. Hey, Karina. I forgot.
Big shout out to Karina here.
Karina's going to be on the show tomorrow too. So it was she was on the original one. My bad, Karina.
That's good. That's good. Big shout out to Karina. Big shout out to the whole crew over there too as well. John Brooks 6307 said, "Hey Jack and T Will, what's up, everybody?
What up, John Brooks?"
Smooth C said, "Don't forget y'all in the chat. We are taking up a collection." You know what? I said we're not doing that.
I don't blame you, Jack. I wouldn't have read it either. I don't blame you. You don't have to take that, Jack.
Smooth C said to me, mock drafts and what do I think offline, but online, we're gonna roast the shot of Jack tonight. Hey, Jack, what you think about this draft right here? You think I should
That
start my
was
show?
funny.
You think should I start my new show next week with this mock draft? But when he gets online, you know what he does? Man, we're going to go ahead and roast Jack. Hey, man, we taking donations over here for Jack's mic. This mic, this blue Yeti, ain't nothing wrong with this Yeti, man. Ain't nothing wrong with this Yeti.
Nothing at all. Hey, man, I got to be honest. I hope you don't kick me off your show. Are you ready?
If you got jokes too, your ass is gone too as well. We're going to put that
No,
you see, Carrie ain't been back in a couple of days. She's still on
call a penalty on yourself. That's foul. Unnecessary.
No, we love Carrie. We love Carrie.
Unnecessary roughness. No, I gotta. I have an admission. So, I'm eating some pork chops yesterday. And by the way, shout out to my mother-in-law and my wife. They make the. I mean, I know every husband feels that way, but they truly are the best cooks in the world. So, my mother-in-law made this pork chop, and it was delicious. But whilst I was eating it, okay, I broke my tooth. So
what?
I swallowed my tooth. Okay, so if you look,
oh my gosh,
you see I'm missing one there. So I got to walk around this for like a month because my appointment is not until in June or what are we in May? So sorry. But I just wanted you to know, because you're ultimately going to see it. Like, you know, my initial thought was to just, I'm going to talk like, I'm not going to do that, man.
You're sitting there like an alligator right now. Like you dog just over there.
You can't see it unless I turn, but, you know,
right.
I'm not going to be uncomfortable. So I'm putting it out there. And I swallowed my tooth, dude. I didn't even realize it.
Are you going to go with like the full gold grill setup now when you come back, or how's it?
No, man. I'm just gonna get the what do you call it?
You gonna get that one gold tooth? Like what's
no, I'm not gonna get
pull it off like this. Remember that?
No.
What it was? No. Pull it off like this. Here you go,
bro. I'm not attractive enough to pull that off. Now my brother can pull that off. I need the whites. What do you call it? The what do you call it? The partial. Let me get a partial. Look at my brother. Look at my brother being messy. He says Kim knocked his tooth.
Okay. Kim knocked your tooth out. You had to blame the pork chop.
Eric. She did not.
You still talking about Hooters on that damn podcast, ain't you too, Will? John Brooks said, man, Jesse Bates must have done something wrong because everyone is screaming trade Jesse. As you can see,
I don't want to trade Jesse. I'm just saying that if they're not gonna, I love Jesse. Okay, let me do my Uncle Steve.
I love Jesse Bates.
That was perfect.
Hey, I've been watching Uncle Steve's show. So
I know, right? But we did it simpatico, Jack.
Right.
It was in sync.
Matter of fact, big shout out to Uncle Steve for parking the cars in alphabetical order too.
Ron. Oh my God, Ron's not gonna. He's not gonna let me. Ron's like TKO. Ron is being messy. Ron is a very messy.
Show us the crime scene, T. Will, from where you lost your tooth.
It's right here. It's right here. I was sitting, and you know the funny thing, I didn't even notice it, bro. I'm just sitting here chomping along, and all of a sudden I got blood coming out of my mouth, and it scared me because, you know, about 10 months ago I went to the hospital because I couldn't stop bleeding. So I'm like, oh God. And then I realized I don't have a tooth on this side. I figured it out. Smoothie says Dr. T.
T. Will bit into the pork chop and the bone, goddamn. Man, he took the whole down. Can we see the plate? Can we at least see the plate, T. Will? Do you have any evidence of this?
It's a paper plate, man. I threw it away.
Sheesh.
But hey, that tooth died doing what it loved. Okay. So it's okay.
Hey, James Shank is in the building. He said, nope, no trading Pitts. Voodoo Lounge is in the building with the T.
What up? What's going on, Voodoo? What up, James? Y'all all right? Everybody good?
We definitely got to catch up to the fans in the stand because everybody is talking Falcons football in here. And you guys are doing a great job too as well. Smooth C says you don't trade Pitts, but you trade back for picks and future picks. Big shout out to Smooth C in the chat.
I'm with that. I'm okay with that.
The bad guys in the chat, 0523 said, facts. Why give up one of your main options right now for an unknown? Falcon fans, why will we do such a thing? Why would I go and tell T. Will, hey, T. Will, I don't need you Wednesday nights. We're going to bring in somebody named John Blue. John Blue's going to be the new podcast. Going to be the new host over here at One Time for the Fan. Why would we do such a thing? Why?
Look at Ernest's comment. Look at Ernest. He just made it. Look at it. He said, you got to be super greedy to swallow your own tooth.
Damn pork chop in T. Will's stomach. You down here too?
That pork chop.
You made it down here too? Damn. He must have been really hungry. Nah,
Oh man.
hey man,
It was delicious.
hit that like.
It was delicious.
Share and subscribe button.
Oh
April
my
Thomas
God.
said, "What up, everyone? Big shout out to April Ron Thomas in the chat." Eric Z said, "Yeah, I'd rather trade down for more picks than get rid of one of our stars."
I would
Big shout
too,
out to
but
Eric Z.
again, it depends on if you're not gonna sign them. That's like I hear you, and I don't look. Let me be clear.
But we gave our fact and our opinion about it. This is the chat, so you know we just going off with the chat.
Right. I don't want to trade them, but I'm saying that would be the thought process if they did. Like if they know right now, ain't no way we signing Jesse Bates, right? Then what are you gonna do? You just gonna let him play it out and get nothing?
We'll see. We'll see. Pamela Johnson said the Falcons will not touch Jesse Bates because we need that veteran presence on the defensive side. Kyle, though, is highly in demand right now. It's me. Razi says, yeah, I agree with trading back. Big shout out to Razi in the chat. Winston Thornton said, can't call Kyle inconsistent unless he's dropping passes, which isn't the case. He plays a dependent position. If Kyle is inconsistent, then why is Drake? Oh, wait. If Kyle is inconsistent, then why is Drake? He has a higher drop percentage than Kyle.
Damn, Winston.
Winston Thornton dropping.
All right, hold up. What? Drake bails folk out though, and the thing about Drake is your best Falcons receiver right now that comes down with contested catches.
Since Julio and Roddy.
So I'm just saying, like I would not trade Drake for nothing and nobody.
Winston Thornton says trade Bates for Dexter Lawrence and get a younger safety.
I do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. Hell yeah. I sure would.
Falcon fans, Pam Johnson said we need to build trenches to protect our left-handed Penix and Tua. Blindside Kyle is tradable. Falcon fans, Auntie Pam, Lady Birds of AFN. Some fans in the chat saying trade Kyle, get the picks. Some fans in the chat said do not trade this weapon, this unicorn that we need to keep the chains moving. And that's the one thing about Falcon fans, because everybody's never going to agree on the same thing. How y'all like the Falcons uniform? Step to the left. If you don't like the Falcons uniform, step to the right. It's going to split like the Red Sea, right? I'm telling you right now, when you've seen some of this stuff, when you've seen these Falcon fans and how they talk Falcons football, that's why here on this channel, we respect everybody's opinion, because one time for the fan is from the fan, for the fan, and we love to get y'all thoughts on what is going on with the Atlanta Falcons too as well. James Shank said, I feel like we'll be drafting a quarterback next year. Very quarterback draft heavy class next year too as well. T-Will, you know I've already stated my case. You know I've already stated my case for the 2027.
We might have some fans who don't know that, like, you know, who you are a big fan of right now. So,
well, we don't want to get to 2027. We don't want to upset anybody. Then again, we might have players watching. Okay. We might have people from the organization watching too as well. For those that's been in here since day one, you guys have seen a little bit of everybody in the chat. Don't want to say too much. T-Will, Carey, Bodie, a lot of other people that's outside the chat kind of know my stance on what 2027 quarterbacks could look like here. And this quarterback that I spoke about, he puts up numbers. That's all I'm going to say. He just puts up numbers. Winston Thornton says McBride, Pitts, Ferguson, Bowers, and Fannin are the new faces of the tight end position. Likely as possible in the same room, depending on this season. So Winston Thornton dropping more facts in the chat. James Shank said, I would trade Jesse and keep Kyle. Cali Blues in the chat. He said, I'm the op. T-Will, you got to worry about the ops. Cali Blue said, I'm the op.
I'm the op. With that old ugly Carolina Panthers jacket on.
Hey, man. Big shout out to Pam.
Hey, Cali Blue, welcome to the chat, man. We love you anyway, bro. We love you anyway. Man. This is a very respectful chat, man. So
no, Cali Blue's been here before. He's talked Falcons with us.
So he knows the deal. All right.
Yeah, he's talked NFC South with us before too as well. He says diehard Panther fan here. Spill all the tea. Oh, you want to hear all the tea? I'll let you know right now, little brother.
We love you, Cali Blue. We just hate your team, but we love you though.
That's how Falcon fans talk to Panther fans. Little brother.
That's right, little brother.
Y'all ain't got much going on. Don't worry about the little small free agent group that y'all just brought in. Don't. Y'all ain't making no splash moves, man. Y'all ain't doing enough to.
Y'all ain't doing nothing.
8 and 9.
Nothing.
8 and 9.
Nothing.
Come on, man. The Falcons had a bad season and went 8-9.
The Falcons let 2 games slip that they shouldn't have went.
The Panthers had a good season and went 8-9.
That's right. Falcons lost to the Jets and went 8-9.
Come on, Falcons fans, hit that like, share, subscribe.
Carlos said, stop lying to him, T. Will.
Jay Beasy said, "What's happening, Falcons family? Our Dirty Birds going to surprise the NFL world.
Get your popcorn ready.
Hey,
I wish I could still have popcorn. I miss popcorn.
You definitely don't want to eat popcorn missing a tooth right now, T. I can tell you that.
No, that ain't it. This issue I got, I can't have popcorn.
Oh, okay. That is true.
I miss it.
Lisa Shepard said the fact that we're 5 years post Matt Ryan and we still don't have a true QB1, that sends me.
What up, Lisa? What's going on?
She's not too happy about not having a true quarterback right now with the whole Kirk Cousins situation, Marcus Mariota situation, Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heineke. Now we're down to the Tua situation right now too as well, which there was a question the other day on Twitter, like, do you think Penix will start the season or do you think Tua will start the season?
I think it's going to be Tua because I honestly don't think Penix is going to.
I think it's going to be Tua. I ain't going to lie. They could have went to go. I said it the other day talking to a Falcon fan. If it was Trevor Siemian and Michael Penix, totally different story.
Yeah.
Totally different story.
Yeah,
I
think it's going to be Tua.
Tua was a conversation that was brought up from Ian Cunningham, Kevin Stefanski, Matt Ryan, and the rest of those executives.
Yeah.
That this wasn't we can go ahead and just bring in Gardner Minshew. No.
It
doesn't work like that.
No.
Blackberry. Big shout out to Blackberry in the chat. Make sure you guys go
subscribe.
Blackberry?
What's going on, man?
Like and share Blackberry's page too as well. He said, in a major way. What's happening, home team? Big shout out to home team with Blackberry. Georgia Texas boys in the chat. Go subscribe, like, and share over there too as well. Georgia Texas boy says, what's happening?
What up, Gat? What's going on, man?
One time for the fan, Jack T. Will and Falcons family. The new era is here. Home team said if we sign Tyreek, we definitely trading Kyle Pitts. Sheesh.
That's tough. Isn't there a world where they can both exist? Like, come on, man.
I ain't gonna lie. You get those 4 weapons on one team with Tyreek, Kyle, Drake, and Bijan. Boy. Sign me up for the Super Bowl. Sign me up. Where the Super Bowl this year? LA? Oh, we'll be in LA, man. You already know we'll be in LA.
I tell you what, man, that man Tyreek Hill is a bad man. You realize it was like 30 seconds left, and this dude catches a bomb in zone coverage where they knew. I'm talking about the playoff games against the Bills a couple years ago, but he catches a bomb in coverage where they're playing back, runs it all the way, and 10 yards before goes.
Right, deuces. He's such a bad man. He's still a free agent. TJ Martin's in the chat. He said, "What a do, Bird
like this to me, bro."
I'm not throwing no this.
Wait a minute.
I'm not throwing no this.
Wait a minute.
I'm not throwing no this. The time.
Hey, you what did you who authorized?
I'm just talking about notable free agents that's still available right now.
Authorized that left hook you just hit that man with. That ain't right. Call a penalty on unnecessary roughness on Jack.
Eric Parker's in the chat. Big shout out to Eric. Georgia Texas boy says, "Come on, Jack. Unk is anybody over 35." Hey, man.
Wait, is that? Wait, hold up.
Oh, look, I know Unk, man. I'm a YN.
Anybody? Let's ask the chat. Hey, chat. Is that the general rule of thumb that Unk is a label that is reserved for folk 35 and older, or is it 40 and above? So if it's 35 and older. That sounds funny doing that to my tooth. If it's 35 and older,
don't cut yourself. Don't cut yourself.
35 and older, drop a 1.
Don't turn sinners in here on us right now, T. Will. Don't turn sinners in here.
Eric is hating. It is not over 30. I'm not gonna say that. It's not over 30. I don't agree with that, little big brother. Oh, Eric said 50 is OG. Oh, okay.
I think once you get 50, once you get gray beard status, that's OG. Like T. Will, right now, respectfully, you're OG.
I'm 55. I'm about to be damn 60 in 4 years, so I get it. I mean, Eric said, Terry, you older.
Falcon fan, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. 82 Monte Carlo. What color jersey everybody going with? Hey, man, let me tell you something. Just pack out the stadium with those new jerseys. It's going to be kind of cool to see the old black jerseys, to see the new red ones, to see the new white ones, to see throwbacks.
Yep.
Like teams that have like multiple jerseys, it's always good to see those when you go to their stadiums and stuff like that. Like I remember being in San Diego a couple years ago, like a long time ago, and seeing like the Chargers powder blues. Like those powder blue uniforms, the LT ones, the Antonio Gates ones, like those are super dope, right? And of course, fans will still show up with their alternate jerseys, their home jerseys, and stuff like that. So just pack out the stadium with whatever jersey you can. I still believe that the white AJ Terrell jersey is top tier. Like if you go look at that white AJ Terrell jersey, it's badass right now. Like it's please, Falcon fans, make sure you guys go check out the white AJ Terrell jersey.
Carlos said, "Me and Just for Friends, me and Just for Men are great friends."
Ray 50.
I used to do that, but then I was like, "Man, I'm old. The hell with it."
Old Spice and Just for Men T Wills. That was used.
I used to do the Just for Men, but
old Barbasol using the Barbasol T Wills. Is that what it is?
I just got to the point. I was like, "Man, just be honest, bro. Just be honest. Just be yourself, bro.
Just
be honest."
Yourself, man.
Be yourself.
In the chat. Raymond Collins.
Eric said, T. Will, you oldest. What else?
Look at Cali Blue. Cali Blue said, we'll gladly take Kyle Pitts. We need a tight end in Carolina. We'll take him too. Look at Cali Blue.
Trading him to y'all. We are not trading him. Now, I would object to that. I would have. You don't need to trade him to anybody in NFC South.
Can you imagine Kyle Pitts talking to Bryce Young? Bro, pass the ball. Pass the ball, bro. You think Bryce Young, hold on, Kyle. I'll get you the ball. Hold on, bro.
This is Bryce. Bryce, pass me the ball, man. Pass me the ball. Bryce is like, I can't hear you from way up here. I can't hear you.
Can somebody from the offensive line tell me what Kyle Pitts is saying?
I can't hear you from way up here.
Kyle Pitts almost, man, just get out of here. Quick flick. Quick flick. Get out. A little flick. Get out of here, boy. Ray 50 said, I'm going to have the double screen going on next week, Thursday. Hawks and the Knicks and the NFL draft. Ooh, it's going down in a major way, Falcon fans. Atlanta Hawks out there in those playoffs getting ready to compete against the New York Knicks. Man, I wish I could talk some Hawks basketball right now with you all, but I guarantee you the Hawks should be able to put this one away. And if a team like Detroit or Cleveland gets beat too as well in the playoffs, the Hawks should have a smooth sailing going to the NBA Finals. They definitely have to beat up on the Knicks starters because the Knicks bench ain't the best in the league, but they have to compete against the Knicks starters right now because Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Bridges too as well, the other young man, Karl Anthony Towns, they're going to be playing damn near every single play. They're going to try their best not to rest those guys because what the Knicks don't want is the Knicks bench playing against the Hawks starters at any point in time of that game. Because you know what's going to happen. It's going to be unlimited scoring for the Hawks. And I was listening this morning, too, as well on 92, and they were talking about who's going to be the villain, who's the new Trae Young for the Atlanta Hawks this year. Because Trae Young, when he was playing, of course, with the Atlanta Hawks years ago, we defeated the New York Knicks and, of course, made our run in the playoffs. But he was the villain in New York. Is Johnson going to be the villain for the Atlanta Hawks this year? Is Dyson Daniels going to be the villain? Could Double O be that guy? Could it be CJ McCollum? But whoever it is, make sure you go in New York. You have to steal a game in New York. You have to steal a game in New York. Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. Cali Blue says, y'all act like we're playing horseshoes and you get points for being close. There's only one chance of the South, and that's the Carolina Panthers. Falcon fans, we have a Carolina Panther fan in the chat. He is a respectful Carolina Panther fan. He's not somebody coming in here talking crap. And
we like Cali Blue.
Big shout out to Cali Blue.
Love for you. Hey, Cali Blue, did you get help with that? You say that to yourself every night before you go to bed? Like, say it in the mirror. Like, did you get help?
Cali Blue is doing what we would do on a Panther podcast. We would come in there and start talking about the Atlanta Falcons, right? We would talk about, you guys got Bryce Young. You guys got lucky over the division. You guys could even beat the Rams in the playoff. But that's what we would do in their podcast. So Cali Blue's here representing who? Cam Newton, Josh Norman, some of the old Carolina Panthers, and of course some of the new ones too as well. He is a respectful fan of his fan base. And because he's here on One Time for the Fans, from the fan for the fans, he's a fan,
He
right?
is
T
a fan.
Will, T Will, he might be a fan, low key, of the Atlanta Falcons. That's what I'm
He
saying.
might be.
He
What if
might
he's
be.
a double agent? Callie Blue, are you a double agent? Do
Well,
you
we do know that they're fans of the Braves in the summer. We know that.
That's true. Callie
We
Blue,
know a lot of people in the Carolinas are fans of the
do you have a Falcons jersey underneath that jacket, Callie Blue? Is that what it
Sheesh.
is? Are you secretly a Falcons fan? Let us know.
Sheesh.
We want to know, Callie Blue.
And this is the great thing about the chat. Y'all have been commenting and chatting and talking a lot of Falcons football. Make sure you hit the like button too as well. Keep continuing to run the likes up. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the like. I'm sure you guys are watching the screen right now. The like is somewhere over here. Hit the like real quick. Let's get One Time for the Fan into the bigger algorithms. Go to YouTube, hit the like button too as well. Share the YouTube over to your friends, your family, your cousins, your brothers, sister, auntie, dogs, nephews, whoever you can. If you're on Twitter, repost it, reshare it. Hashtag Falcons, hashtag NFC South. Hell, tag Roger Goodell if you want to. You know we're in here talking Falcons football. T Will, we got DL on the DL in here. He said, "What's up, gents? Hope y'all are having a good off season. Thoughts on the new uniforms? Not exactly what I was hoping for, but definitely an improvement and clean. For me, Falcon fans, I was hoping they was going to make an adjustment to the black uniforms, but as we can see, the Atlanta Falcons want to go with something new, and like some fans are saying, it's new and improved. The white and the red uniforms actually look pretty good when they're up close and you see them. Of course, if you're looking online, they kind of look like, how fans were saying some of the Cardinals uniforms and stuff like that. But when you see them up close, they actually look really good too as well. The Atlanta Braves going with their City Connect jerseys. Of course, Atlanta United has some other jerseys they dropped the other day too as well. I'm guessing the Hawks in the near future is going to drop a jersey. Every now and then, teams are going to bring these new uniforms. So the Falcons did a good job working with Nike, working with their marketing team, their strategic building of making sure that fans can look at the old school Atlanta Falcons and then look at the new Atlanta Falcons and find a way to enjoy, bringing the two together. So big shout out to the Atlanta Falcons for making this happen. 82 Money Carlo said Unc is like 50. Eric Parker said over 30. 50 is
30
OG.
seems a little aggressive for
Look, we got a real Unc in here. He said, nah, Unc status is over 50.
Uncle Steve. What's up, man? Hey, by the way, Jack, I got to drop, man. Chat, love you guys. Enjoy doing the show with y'all, and thank God you joined us. Could have been anywhere in the world. Decided to join us tonight. We appreciate it, brother Jack. You know how I feel about you. But I gotta go because I gotta make the safe straights for this. I can't talk now. It's
The street safe.
I gotta make the streets safe for wireless customers everywhere. Hey man, y'all be good. Jack, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Brother Eric, love you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Bless God. Y'all be good, man.
Hey, big shout to T Will from my ATL Sports One Time for the Fan.
Jack, I'll be in the chat, bro. I'll be in the chat.
All right. Okay. T Will got to take care of some things. He's still going to be in the chat, so he's still here with us. Callie Blue said, "Where's the link at? I got a podcast as well." I tell you this, Callie Blue, we have another Panther fan who's also watching the podcast, and he comments from time to time. Falcons, Panthers, we'll get you on. If not, we'll do it probably for the schedule release. We'll set up something so that way we can talk some Falcons, Panthers, maybe set up our own One Time for the Fan NFC South roundtable type of thing. I see a lot of people like doing that. The only thing is we don't have a Saints fan. I know there's a couple Bucks fans that watch the podcast. Big shout out to Bucks Skull Gang and the rest of the crew over there that watching the podcast. A lot of Panther fans have been watching the podcast too as well. They comment, they talk Falcons football, they talk NFC South. But I haven't seen not one Aints fan in here. So unless we can find an Aints fan, we ain't having no roundtable discussion. It seems like it's going to be us versus them type thing. But everybody that's in here talking Falcons, man, big shout out to you all. Cali Blues just represent his team. Man. That's all it is, man. TJ Martin's in the chat. I see y'all. Winston Thornton's in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, man. Okay, let's get straight to it, man. So we did talk about the Kyle Pitts thing. We talked about the Jesse Bates thing about, Falcons needing weapons on offense. Why would we even entertain the Kyle Pitts trade talk, rumors, and things of that nature. But of course, when you're dealing with an organization like the Falcons with cap space for this year and next year, it's very much so possible that they could make a decision and go to trade somebody that they know that they probably couldn't pay in the future. Now, one thing that's also very important too, as well, Falcon fans, is what the Falcons could be doing on draft night. And I think for Falcon fans, we've talked about this before a few times here on the channel leading up to the draft, as we're doing tonight. Looking at the Falcons roster right now, the Falcons probably, if not even probably, the Falcons need to bring in a wide receiver. And it's probably going to happen during the draft. Are they going to bring in one? Are they going to bring in two? Right now, we can definitely say one. Is it going to be early in the second round? Is it going to be a trade back type of thing to grab more picks and they can go ahead and use some of that value to get another wide receiver there? Is it going to be in the third or the fourth round? But right now, there are some names that are being brought up for the Atlanta Falcons when it comes to a wide receiver here in Atlanta. A lot of people putting their mock drafts together too as well. Of course, the Falcons, I still believe it's you got to get a player from Georgia. I know they're doing their interviews, they're doing their follow ups on players right now as they get close to the draft. You sent the largest group of Falcons organization and staff members down to the University of Georgia for a reason. There are a couple players there at the University of Georgia that I think the Falcons could look at and bring in next week at the draft. One person who, if he does fall to the Falcons at 48, if it's possible that he does make it to the second round, trading up for this guy, if you feel like you want him, if you feel like you need him, and this guy is going to be a disruptor, he's going to be a game changer. This is a star status type of guy to go look at. His name is Christian Miller from the University of Georgia. Big, heavy defensive tackle presence in the middle that the Falcons do need. So, yes, they can mark something off of their box right there. They can check that off quickly by getting a guy like Christian Miller. But if the Falcons do want to take a chance on a guy like Zachariah Branch in the second round, if he's still there available, some would say don't take him at 48. He still might be on the board at 79. I think that's kind of tough for a guy like Zachariah Branch. Don't forget, Falcon fans, sometimes they throw these mock drafts and they throw these illusions like these players are not moving up behind the scenes. Look at Zachariah Draft's career. Look at Branch's career at Georgia, right? He was damn near the best wide receiver they had out there on that field. And coming from an SEC team, coming from a team that was coached by Kirby Smart, he won't make it. He won't be there in the fourth round. He damn well ain't going to be there in the fifth round. This is a guy that you're probably going to see go off the board day two. And if he goes off the board day one, I wouldn't be surprised because Zachariah Branch is that type of player. But Bryce Lance is a player to look at. Jeremy Bernard visited the Falcons today from the University of Alabama. So this is the person that, Falcon fans, we might need to look at some tape and say, hey, I know you guys probably watch a lot of SEC football. Hell, Alabama was on the damn primetime TV every night. So you guys probably saw Jeremy Bernard. And, of course, what he was able to do down there with TJ Simpson Ty Simpson. And, of course, he had Ryan Williams on the other side. There was games that Ryan Williams didn't show up, and they needed that guy Bernard there to help move those chains. And Bernard he's another game changer. Do the Falcons want to take that leap and go get a guy from Alabama? Remember the last Alabama wide receiver we had? I ain't saying Bernard is Julio, but, hey, Julio did the damn thing. And big shout out to the Falcons for posting that Julio clip today, too, as well. The Iowa guard, Bo Stevens, visited the Falcons, too, as well. First team All Big Ten Conference, first team AP All-American. They're definitely looking at bringing in an interior offensive lineman. The wide receiver from Missouri, Kevin Coleman Jr., said he also met with the Atlanta Falcons. Lee Hunter is a name that the Falcons can go get. Everybody that we spoke about, everybody that we pretty much talked about, every position that the Falcons need to go get. They're doing their homework on right now. And I'm glad to see that the Falcons are doing that because, ladies and gentlemen, this could be a draft that the Falcons go get best player available. You know what I'm saying? Jeremy Bernard is a player to watch for. Zachariah Branch is a player to watch for. Even if Malachi Fields is down there too as well, he could be a player to watch for. We did a mock draft the other day over there on Bigelow Country Sports Channel where Ted Hurst was a guy who was available in the later rounds too as well. So Falcon fans, you could get your wide receiver in your second or third round. You can get your interior defensive lineman early in the draft. You could get, as some fans are saying, go and draft a tight end due to the situation with Kyle Pitts. So, Falcon fans, this is going to be, I think, not an amazing draft for other teams, but this is a best fit draft for the Atlanta Falcons on what they can get. You need some players who's going to be on the field week one. That is true. Christian Miller is a guy who could be on the field week one. Zachariah Branch with that wide receiver room is a guy that could be on the field week one. Could you see right now, even with them signing Jawan Taylor, still having Storm Norton working out with Jack Nelson's situation, can you see an offensive guard at 48 playing week one? Jake Matthews, Bergeron, Nuzeel, Chris Lindstrom, and probably Jawan Taylor is going to be the starting offensive line. Do you want your 48th pick to be sitting there on the sideline in week one? I'm treating, until the Falcons make a decision to move up into the first round, I need to treat my 48th pick like a first rounder. I need my number 48 pick on the field week one. To see the third round and the fourth round guys run out there and get on the field, and you have your backup offensive lineman who's a guard sitting on. I'm not taking guard at 48. I'm being respectful here. I'm not taking guard at 48. A guard swing tackle who can play both positions, guard center. Maybe if you want to take that Javon Gwynn type of role than what we saw a couple years ago when the Falcons drafted him. If you want to take that in later rounds, develop the guy and possibly put him out there maybe in a camp competition battle against New Zealand type of thing. Have him maybe second on the depth chart somewhere on the road because our depth was pretty bad last year too as well after some of our starters went down. If you want to take that opportunity to do that, Falcons, do that in the later rounds. Don't do that at 48. I need my game changer, right? I need my star player on the field week one. And if you take a wide receiver like Branch, if you take a wide receiver like the kid Bell from UConn, if you take a wide receiver like Bernard from Alabama at 48, I know he's on the field week one. Because look at the wide receiver room. We continue to say this here on the channel. If you're going to elevate Chris Blair, elevate him. You still got Drummond over there. David Stills went to the Bucks. Tompkins, I think, is still on the team. Nobody's talking about the Falcons wide receiver room outside of Drake London. Respects to Alamamade Zacchaeus, respects to Jahan Dotson, but we need some more weapons there, man. We really do. And if you're talking about trading Kyle Pitts, we got to add to the group. And I think wide receiver is probably much bigger than what Falcon fans are talking about online. Wide receiver is dire right now. It's a key position for us right now, Falcon fans. We really need some game changers in that wide receiver room. And of course, getting a guy in the second or third round as a wide receiver like Branch or even the Malachi Fields guy, you're not going to be paying him a bunch of money anyway, but he's going to go out there and do the damn job. I'm not saying that a rookie wide receiver is going to send us to the Super Bowl, but he's going to add to the mix of wide receivers that we have already currently, and he can also help push the chains and help elevate this offense for what Tommy Reese needs as an OC, for what Kevin Stefanski needs as a head coach. Taking a tight end, now if you trade Kyle Pitts and you take a tight end at 48, I'm sure he's going to be on the field because Kyle Pitts is the position from his tight end standpoint. Once he's gone, that does elevate Austin Hooper a little bit more. If Charlie Warner's still going to be in the mix, and you're going to go draft the guy, he's probably going to be on the 53 to go out there and make some plays. But we still haven't seen any of these tight ends outside of college. College is totally different than the NFL. I think Kyle Pitts has proven his point right now to where you need a Kyle Pitts in this offense, especially with a guy that he's worked with before with Michael Penix and a guy like Tua who's taking snaps and taking plays under center. And you've seen his play action game too as well. I Tua wasn't the greatest in Miami. I understand that, but Tua's numbers show that he can move the ball. He can get the ball to the receivers. He can get the ball to Kyle Pitts if needs be, and he got the best running back in the NFL behind him too as well. So I need to see right now, just looking at draft talk, looking at what we're thinking about next week, I need to see my 48th pick on the field week 1. And I think that pick could be a wide receiver. If it's cornerback, our cornerback room is stacked right now. Do we take a cornerback in the draft? Possibly. But our cornerback room is stacked right now. We have a lot of corners, right? Taking a safety at 48 and you trading Jesse Bates. You bringing in backup free safeties and backup safeties to go out there and play week 1. If you got a home run with Xavier Watts last year, not saying it could happen, but is safety right now the biggest need at 48? Defensive tackle seems to be a big need right now at 48. And I mean a mauler. You need a mauler and a brawler in the middle. What T. Will Country call him? A big pretty? You need a big ugly. I'm going to switch it up. You need a big ugly in the middle. You need somebody that when he gets out there and lines up, somebody's going to say, you need to block him. You need to make sure he's accounted for when you go out there and you line up on your offensive line. Lee Hunter from Texas Tech. Even the young man from Florida State is a big nasty to watch for too as well. But Christian Miller can command and control all of that. You putting him with Jalen Walker, he knows Jalen. Yo, Jalen, what's up? Christian Miller, Jalen Walker, JP after the suspension and whatever's going to happen with him when he gets back, Samuel Ebukam, Aziz from the guy that we brought in from the Giants. We got some players, Brandon Dorless, Rook Aurora. You need some more weight on that offensive line. Oh, I'm sorry, on that defensive line. Christian Miller would be a guy I think that can fit that. The only problem is Christian Miller's status, I don't think it's declining. I don't think it's dropping right now. I think Christian Miller is going to be a guy to watch for at 23, 24, 25 next week when we're like, okay, Christian Miller's still on the board. 28, 29. Christian Miller's still on the board. Second round. Don't get to day 2 and you start looking at 33, 34, 35. Christian Miller's still on the board. Lee Hunter is still on the board. I think the Falcons are doing their homework right now. I really do think the Falcons are doing homework right now. Once again, seeing the Falcons send that large group to the University of Georgia, knowing what Ian did with the Philadelphia Eagles back then a long time ago, mentioning about all the great things about the University of Georgia when speaking about the university, go Dogs. That's what dogs do. I'm sorry, I'm a dog fan. That's what dogs do. That's what Kirby Smart do. But to see the amount of Falcons staff that was down there at the University of Georgia, it means something. I'm just saying it means something. If they was down there for Oscar Delp in the 5th round, well, shit. Shout out to Oscar Delp. But I think something's going on here when it comes to UGA players and this new Falcons team right now is being built by Kevin Stefanski and Ian Cunningham. And there are 2 players. CJ Allen is probably gone in the top 20. Yeah, you need a linebacker. Do we need a linebacker? Of course. But CJ Allen's probably gone in the top 20. Would I love to have a CJ Allen with Devon Diablo? Hell yeah. That'd be great. Does he drop to the 2nd round, though? I don't think so. Christian Miller's a guy who can slide back. And if not, I just mentioned that kid, Zachariah Branch. It's going to be crazy if you get Branch out there with that speed with him and Dotson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. Big shout out to the Falcons, man. I know they're cooking up something, man. Let's get to the fans in the stands before we get up out of here, man. What we will do is this. We have a new time slot that we're going to be pushing coming up. I'm not going to announce it just yet, but it's the off season, and I want to give y'all more of one time for the fan because y'all have been just so great of just supporting the show. I've told T Wood this. Carrie knows this too as well. Y'all been so great of just pushing the show, telling your Falcon friends and your Falcons family about it, telling people about what we do and how good we do it. And I just want to give y'all more one time for the fan. So yes, we're opening up a new time slot. You know, we got Sunday nights at 8. We got Wednesday nights at 8. Of course, breakfast with one time for the fan. Because of my work schedule right now with some things going on, T Will is going to be doing breakfast with one time for the fan. So make sure you guys check out former ATO Sports in the morning. I'll be tapping in from time to time too as well. And then, yes, I will be back on that same form breakfast with one time for the fan again too as well. It's breakfast with T Will now. So make sure y'all go check out T Will. But we're going to be opening up a new time slot because we want to give more to you all when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons, right? So Lisa Shepard's in the chat. She said, Braves whipping up on the Marlins right now. Go Bravos. Braves still the only team in baseball to not lose a series. So this is good that on the rubber match that they was able to go ahead and secure this big victory over the Marlins. So that means it continues with the Braves still not losing a series. They were down last night. I think it was the bottom of the 8th or top of the ninth. They ended up coming back, getting a big win over the Marlins, who was right behind them too as well in the division. So this is a big opportunity for the Braves to continue on whooping up their rivals and, of course, whooping up teams in their division. 6-0 right now. Braves are whooping them up. TJ Martin says trade back, double up at wide receiver, somehow get a defensive tackle, a DB, and a tackle. That is my dream scenario for the Falcons. Trade back. Now, where do you trade back? Do you trade back at 48? Because I'm telling you right now, if you get straight up, if you get to 48 next week and Christian Miller or Lee Hunter is still on that board, I'm not getting the sense of trading back. I'm going to go ahead and make that selection and bring in a Christian Miller or a Lee Hunter. You get to your 3rd round pick. If you decide Zachariah Branch is off the board, if you decide that Malachi Fields is still there, or the young man from Oklahoma is still there, or even the young man Coleman from Missouri is still there, trade back. Now you can collect some extra value. Not only that, you got your D tackle that's going to be on the field. Now you can go get your wide receiver who's going to be over there too as well on the field. Week 1, just trade back, grab some extra value. You're going to turn 5 picks into 7 picks real quick. You can finish the draft with 7 picks and start in the 2nd round. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But trading a player that you need right now in this offense, that's the difficult part that I'm looking at right now. Big shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Eric Parker says cornerback at 48. That is tough for me right now to say before, the Natron Brooks re-signing and, of course, before the Darnell Holmes signing, Kobe Bryant, who you guys saw at voluntary workouts. Mike Hughes is still out there. AJ's out there. Do I think they go and get a corner? Yes. Is it at 48? Probably not. A month ago, some change, I had said wide receiver. Remember, Falcon fans? We talked about it. Y'all asked, who do we think the Falcons are drafting right now off of the moves they initially made? And me and T. Will said wide receiver or cornerback. I have now changed from cornerback to say wide receiver, defensive tackle. That's at 48. And it's narrowing down to some of these names that we kept talking about. Yes, there's other people doing mock drafts and doing great work out there speaking about some of these names that fans do not know about. But I see wide receiver and D tackle at 48. If you're staying put, if that's your mark right there, Falcons, it's wide receiver or defensive tackle. That is what I'm seeing right now, just from my opinion. Winston Thornton's on the channel. He said, even if we trade Bates, I doubt we will draft for safety this draft before the third round. If Hunter is there, then he's the pick. Miller is the secondary pick, then Banks or a wide receiver, I believe. Winston Thornton is a brother. If you seeing what we're talking about now, Falcon fans, on this channel, you got to head over to Winston Thornton's channel because he's giving you draft knowledge right here. And we still have yet to have Winston Thornton on this channel. Winston Thornton, the invite goes out to you, brother. I got to get you on this channel to talk some Falcons with you, man. Winston Thornton's been dropping facts and gems in the chat all day. So make sure you head over to Winston Thornton's channel, click the button on YouTube, follow the name, type it in, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It's going down in a week or so with this draft. Winston Thornton seems to be on the right path of what we could be looking for. Big shout to Winston Thornton. Big shout to Winston Thornton. Pamela Johnson said, what do you think about Riley Nowatzki in the 6th or 7th round for the Falcons? That is a pick that I could believe could happen for the Falcons. Our homework, here's the thing, Auntie Pam, you know this. Our homework that we do as fans is totally different than the Falcons' homework. They do an extensive, exclusive due diligence type of thing. So they might find a couple of Rileys in the draft that, don't forget, if we're talking about Riley, other teams are talking about it too. And that's where you got to jump in to say, damn, if he does fall back to that round, if he does fall back to that pick that we need, should we go out there and get him? And it's very much so possible that the Falcons could make that move. For me, if I'm in the war room with the Falcons, I'm giving them 100 names. 100 names I'm giving them. And as I watch these names get drafted, I'm just clicking them. I'm just selecting. Boom, boom. I'm Xing them out. I'm going over tight end. I'm going over D tackle. I'm going over corner. I'm going over offensive line. What I don't have on there, I don't have running back on there. Honestly, I don't have safety on there. I have linebacker on there. I don't have quarterback on there. No punters, no kickers. It just kind of weeds out some of the things you don't need, and it puts forward some of the things you do need, right? So let's see what the Falcons do next week. Good thing about it is we're going to be live on those extra days, day 2, day 3. If the Falcons go live if the Falcons get active day 1, be prepared for, oh shit, one time for the fan, they going live. You best believe we going live. You best believe it. Big shout out to all the fans in the chat. TJ Martin says, trade back in the middle rounds, 3rd and 4th, bring in some extra picks, more swings at the bat receiver. Is more of a need. It's more wide receivers, so get defensive tackle first, then wide receiver. Is hella cornerbacks in this draft. And that's why, even when I said wide receiver, defensive tackle, I don't have it in any order. If you want that D tackle at 48, go get that D tackle at 48 because the wide receiver class in those later rounds is actually pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. You don't have to reach at 48 to get a guy at wide receiver when you know you need a big nasty in the middle. You know you need a monster and a mauler and a brawler in the middle at 48 because that it's 50-50 with the Falcons when it comes to what they need. Wide receiver and defensive tackle, I don't think one outweighs the other. You need both, and you need it early in the draft. But looking at the group right now, looking at the draft, looking at the roster, looking at what I think the Falcons could do, a Lee Hunter or Christian Miller at 48, you might have to make that move. Because in that 3rd round, you might see Branch there. You might see the kid from Notre Dame there. You might see the kid from Missouri or Oklahoma there. We're mentioning these same names. But you're not finna see no Christian Miller or no Lee Hunter. You might even see Darrell Jackson there in 3rd, 4th. It ain't finna happen. You gotta get BPA. That's the one thing you got to stick with when it comes to what Terry Fontenot preached about the old regime. You got to take best player available. And right now, defensive tackle at 48 is a mauler and a brawler. I can get me a guy that's going to be on the field in the 3rd round. Now, then again, the Falcons do their homework different than us. They probably have a guy cooked up in the later rounds. Let's just say they go wide receiver first and then cornerback two. Now we sitting here like, what the wide receiver at 48, cornerback at what's it? What's the next pick? Let me see. I just had it up here. I just had it. Wide receiver 48, and then their next pick is 79. I don't know, Falcon fans. You tell me. You tell me, Falcon fans. You gotta get a linebacker too. I think because you trade back and get more picks in the mock draft that came out earlier from I believe that was the Athletic or it was Mel Kiper or whoever that put it out there. If you do get that defensive tackle, if you do get that wide receiver, if you do get that additional linebacker, if you do get that additional offensive lineman, and you want to go out there and snag you a tight end, you get your 5. You get 2 or 3 extra picks. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with fish grease. Now we're getting it going here. Let's see. 76ers and those are playing games. Hawks ain't got to worry about that. Who cares about those playing games? But you could get what you want with those 5 picks in your draft. Defensive tackle, wide receiver, linebacker, and if you want to take that corner, you can. If not, offensive lineman, and if you want to take a tight end, you can too as well. That alternate pick is that cornerback tight end, however you want to look at it. But if you get 6 or 7 picks, now you can go ahead and cook with fish grease, grab that extra pick, and then you can be out there with all these players putting in work for the Atlanta Falcons this season. Eric Parker said, you don't want to listen when I said Penix at 8 either. Hey, he's on the team now. He's there. He has a camp competition battle, but he's there. Now, you know my thoughts on 2027, Eric Parker. You know my thoughts. Just saying. Winston Thornton's in the chat. You let me know a time, I show up like FedEx. Hey, man, big shout out to Winston Thornton, man. Matter of fact, I let Uncle Steve know a time to come over here and wash the car. He showed up late. So that's why he didn't get no tip. And I'm very disappointed, Uncle Steve, too, as well. You left some streaks on the bins. You got to you can't use a towel. Don't use a towel when you're wiping down the bin. Plus, it was 80-something degrees outside, man. You know, you can't do that to the bins. What you doing, Uncle Steve? I thought you said he was a professional with this. Come on now. Uncle Steve, what you doing? TJ Martin said we can get DB in the later rounds, like 3rd round or 4th round, if we get more picks. DBs in the middle rounds. DBs are plentiful in this draft. Got to get that defensive tackle and wide receiver first. It's more of a need right now. TJ Martin's talking Falcons football. It's TJ Martin. He's talking Falcons football. The needs and the must is very critical for the Falcons right now. That's like the Falcons going into the draft at 48 and just grabbing a safety. What the hell, Falcons? What the hell y'all doing? A safety at 48? Really, Falcons? You better follow that up with some trades and get 4 more picks. End up with from 5 to 10. I would be shocked. I'd be truly shocked. Dia Hunter said, just give us more impact players. Give the Falcon fans what they want. I think they've been really crucial about paying attention to what the Falcons have been talking about. Falcon fans have been talking about online because it's now applying in the draft room. It's applying in the war room. We're saying wide receiver. They definitely have wide receiver. We're saying defensive tackle. They definitely have defensive tackle. We're saying linebacker. I know they're doing their work on linebackers. Penix is starting in 2027. Some fans can agree. Some fans can disagree. I'm here for wins. My rep called me today. Hey, you ready to make that payment? I said, it's not May. What you calling me for? It ain't May. We don't have to pay early, Jack. Nah, bro. Call me on May 1st. Call you back. Hung up the phone. Click. Making y'all think that was a house phone. It wasn't a house phone. Hung up the phone. Get up. I hit the button. Damn, rep called me today. Hey, what's going on? You ready to make your May payment? It's April 15th. May payment. What the hell? You giving me a jersey? You sending the jersey, rep? I still ain't get my birthday gift from last year. Y'all promised me y'all gonna send me something. You know them reps, them Falcon reps when it comes to them sending you something. Oh, well, we're gonna look in the inventory and see what we got. You better look. You better look and find out. You better see something. Been a season ticket holder long time. Been a season ticket holder longer than you've been a rep at the Falcons. We got you, man. We gonna take care of you. We gonna take care of you. Just like you trying to take care of this payment 20-some days before it's due. Shit. TJ Martin, man, any trade back for the Falcons would be key because we would be gaining draft capital and assets for future drafts. So trade backs will be nice. More trade backs, more swings at the bat. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Pamela Johnson said, Eric Parker, I agree with you. 100%. He has offense, coaching staff, and Matt Ryan make sure he will succeed. That's great. That's all. Hey, look, I'm all for it. Let's win. Let's win. I'll tell you this right now. It's been 8 years or so of this drought. I'm going to tell you this right now. This all sounds good. The Falcons don't care if Trevor Siemian goes 6-1. They trying to win games. These Falcon fans finna show up. Matt Ryan jerseys, Michael Vick jerseys, Penix jerseys, Tua jerseys. Who gonna get the wins on the field? And I keep saying it, the same fan base that will build you up is the same fan base that will tear you down. Keyword, winning season. If Tua is in there and we are 4-0 or 5-1, don't call Jack Spade talking about some Jack when you get in the game. Don't worry about me. I ain't getting the goddamn game. Just saying. I'm not being negative at all. I'm not being disrespectful at all. I know Atlanta's fan base. They can hoot and holler whatever in the offseason. When they get in them stands and whoever's on the field winning, keep them in. Because we need to win. It's simple. It's simple. That's how it is. Unfortunately, other teams don't have these problems. The Cincinnati Bengals don't have to look at another quarterback coming in and them saying, oh, no, don't put Burrow back in. Not the Bengals. Burrow's coming back in again. As much as we hate the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones don't have that problem. Dak Prescott going back in the game. We had that Jaguars fan in here too as well. He can tell you. Trevor Lawrence going back in the game. The Falcons are 8 years of a drought. We're at that point in our career right now where whoever is winning, keep him in the game. Because we need to win. That's just the Falcons. And let me tell you something. As much as I love the Falcons, I'm gonna get on my tidy shit right now. Big shout out to Tidy. As much as I love the Falcons, as much as they tell the truth, they will lie to you too as well. I'm telling y'all the truth. They will find a way to cut corners on your ass with what they say. They will do that. I saw it earlier this year. I saw Raheem do it. Braves going crazy. Bryce Elder going crazy. I saw Raheem do it. And the people around him agreed. They allowed him to do it. I saw Arthur Smith do it. I saw Terry Fontenot do it. Just tell y'all, man, like, it happens. Get us a Super Bowl. That's what we want. Get us a Super Bowl. Let's make it happen, Captain. Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. It's been a great time talking Falcons football. T. Will, former ATO Sports, one time for the fan before he left, said some real critical, key facts tonight that I'm sure you all can agree with. One was about not biting a pork chop with your side teeth. Don't bite them. T. Will turn the goddamn vampire in Brooklyn on that goddamn pork chop. T. Will loves his pork chops. Big shout to Miss Carrie, too, as well. She's been going through a lot. She's been working hard. She's been taking care of the fam. She's been doing what she got to do to win every day. He's all hyped up on Mountain Dew. And he had a Mountain Dew bottle earlier in the camera. I don't know if y'all caught that. He had a Mountain Dew on him, too, as well. But Falcon fan, this is what it's about. That's what it's about. It's about us talking Falcons football on X, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. People listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts. Y'all are great. Y'all are truly, truly great and amazing. Love y'all. Love every single one of y'all. All right. Let's wrap this show up, man. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Big shout out to everybody who's tuned in tonight. One time for the fan, from the fan, for the fan. You know, we love to include everybody here on the podcast. We try to get to everybody's comments. If we miss some comments tonight, we definitely apologize. But, you know, that wasn't our intent to just skip over everybody. We try to keep the show rolling. Of course, we had topics and things to discuss tonight, and the chat took over like it always does. That's what we love the chat. That's why the chat is an open forum. It's an open platform to come talk Falcons. That's why we keep telling y'all, tag your Falcons friends. Tell your Falcons family. Jump in here and talk Falcons. I'm sure there's other podcasts that's probably going on right now. Tell them we said what's up. Got to hit that like, share, and subscribe button for all the content creators that showed up tonight on the channel. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button for all the content creators and podcasters that's out here in the Falcons community doing Falcons work. But yeah, this has been great, man. Just make sure that y'all tune in on another episode of One Time for the Fan. Most likely, we'll see. I'm trying to look at the schedule here that I got. Possibly be able to do another show tomorrow night. If not, then we will catch y'all back at a different time. Sunday nights, you know, we're definitely going to be here talking Falcons. Atlanta United, let me see that. Braves won. Hawks getting ready for the playoffs. Atlanta United's been having some trouble. But they have a match tonight in Chattanooga, a cup match for the, I think it's the, what type of cup is it? It's the Atlanta, it's the American Family Insurance Cup. And Atlanta United puts up 3 goals on Chattanooga. Okay, Cayman Tagashi scored tonight too as well. Fafa scored and Pedro Amador scored tonight. That's what's up. That's what's up. I gotta call my homies and see what's going down. But we'll be at the Atlanta United game Saturday. So make sure if y'all in the city, if y'all nearby, come out to Atlanta United game, man. Tickets are cheap. I want y'all to continue being Atlanta. Let Atlanta, right? Some beautiful days ahead. Let me check the weather report for y'all. I'm turning into a goddamn meteorologist now. Look at Atlanta. Look at this. 85 today. Tomorrow's 84. Friday's 86. Saturday's 86. Come on, man. Man, get outside. Get outside. Be a part of this beautiful city. Take care of your loved ones. As y'all see what's going on behind the scenes, there's some bozos out here in the city. So be very careful. Watch your surroundings. Watch how you move. You know, there's some people out here who they're trying to destroy Atlanta. We can't let that happen. So take care of your family, take care of your people around you, man. Falcon fans, you gotta hit that like, you gotta hit that subscribe, you gotta hit that share button, man. Everybody who's in the chat tonight, love y'all. Be great. Once again, if you don't see a podcast from us between now and Sunday, I'll definitely be seeing some of y'all at the Atlanta United game on Saturday. And go Hawks, go Braves, go Falcons, go United, go Dogs. Oh, Atlanta Dream too as well, man. Big moves by the Dream, man. Shout out to the Atlanta Dream. Um, I just hope that we can turn this whole city around. Hopefully, we can. I'm sure we will. Until then, one time for the fan is out.